Hi, I'm Angela Ryder. Thanks for joining me. I wanted to share a little story about my progressive little box of angel cards that I keep in a wooden box on my kitchen counter for easy access as like part of a daily ritual or whenever I would like a word of guidance. I think of them as like little one word messages on tap. I have a set that I have had for about 30 years, so they're getting a little worn and rough around the edges. And a while ago, I purchased an updated version of the cards that have an expanded selection of words to contemplate. And the new cards builds into the previous versions, and they add words like expansiveness, resilience, discernment. So sometimes when I'm having a bit of a struggle, getting clarity on a situation, I just use these cards as like a gateway into insight that it's like a shorthand. So I draw a card and use that as a starting point. And then this angel card can become a prompt for journaling, getting written guidance. And often I laugh because the word on the card is so direct that it makes me smile because, like, oh, yes, obvious, right? I don't even need a journal because it just tells me exactly what I needed to know. Like recently, I pulled a trust card when I was having second thoughts about a project offer that I declined. And then that card helped me move on and release the doubts that kept me stuck and were draining my energy, worrying about whether or not I should have declined that offer. But the card set also includes a blank angel card, this little beauty here. And over the years, when I've talked to other people about getting the blank angel card, I was surprised to find that so many people didn't like the blank card and would just pull another. And I mean, I get it. You want a response. You don't want it to be like, no guidance for you today. But I like the blank card. I like to be able to interpret it as the guidance is to be open to whatever word or thought that percolates or pops up during the day. Sometimes I take it as permission to get out of my head for a while and stop trying to think so much. And I've come to think of the blank card as my personal on a need to know basis card. So I don't need to know, or they will let me know when it's time for me to have a piece of guidance that I need to act on. So my own growth opportunities are to stretch into that not knowingness of life and trust that I will see the guidance when it comes. You know, sometimes I find myself trying to figure out details of future possibilities that don't even matter right now. You know, disaster scenarios or, oops, what if I don't like what happens? So it's a good way to use that blank card of just saying, okay, I can just let it go because I'm not going to know anything until I need to know things. So I'm not talking that you stop doing general responsible life plans and strategies when you get the blank card. I'm just saying if you get the blank card, it is permission to chill a little bit and wait for specific guidance to show up. So there are angel cards for words like surrender, faith, trust, and other words that could pull me out of a spin. But I kind of like when I get the blank card because then I don't have to think any further. I can just say, that's it. That's all I need to know right now, which is it's not time yet. It pulls me back into the moment to look at what's going on right now and remember that the world isn't conspiring against me, and I can trust myself and trust my spirit team to show me what I need to know when I need to know it. And right at that moment with that blank card, I don't need to do anything but maybe take a break. So we have to be willing to accept that when we draw a blank card to our question, sometimes it's the very best response that we can receive. It calls us to look inward for the truth and access our own knowing instead of looking to others or trying to fish around to find someone or something to tell us what to do. So it reminds us to be present in the moment, notice what's going on, and then if we see something that needs to be taken care of, we can take care of it. So when you draw a blank response through card divination, or you just feel like your team is not giving you any information, just use that as a coming to your own answer of, I just don't know yet. And when you do know, it'll be obvious and your team won't let you miss it. Thanks for being here. Much love.